to my channel. Happy 14th of December. So today I was actually meant to travel to Chester for some work and just to do a little bit of art research and also to just explore some art galleries whilst I was down there. Very glad that it got cancelled because the state of this weather, I think it would have been a really wet and horrible, miserable day to the point where I wouldn't have even enjoyed it at all. So it's fine. I've still got quite a lot to do in terms of my art practice before I basically don't do anything for a week. I give myself a few times a year where I give myself a week off. Not like 6 weeks in terms of like holiday, because it's actually a very nice way for me to wind down after work. But there's some times where if you're doing it too much of a good thing is too much for you. So this is kind of like the Christmas break. I give myself roughly a week. If I want to and I need to, then I can obviously do a little bit during that week if it helps me wind down, because another thing that helps me wind down is gardening, and at the moment the state of my garden and the weather isn't helping. So if I can't do that then art is. But basically today we're just going to be doing some little bits of projects. I need to do some printing on some old scraps piece of paper just for the background so I can draw on top of them with chalk and charcoal. I've just got to finish up a couple of my video edits, as well as I need to go to the shop as well. My cat has fleas and we keep getting rid of them and then they come back, so we think they are hiding in the carpet or our rugs, so we're getting some spray for it just to kill them, because they don't bother me but my other half keeps getting bitten to hell. So there's that. I also need to go food shopping. We've somehow need to get a week's worth of food shop for £2.79. I mean, I have some bread but I have no butter, I have no cheese, I have no ham, I have not very much. I don't even have any eggs. And I mean, that's when you're desperate because you have literally no eggs. Because we normally buy a pack of 24 from Morrison's, and that normally lasts us a good month and a half if I bake a couple of times. But things are just running out and I've literally got 3 days until payday. So there is that. I've actually got most of it done. I've got most of my Christmas wrapping done. I've only got a few bits left to get. And then I've also got some videos, like I said before, that I need to edit for this month. Some of them are pre-recorded because I have a full-time job, so I have to do multiple videos when I'm off or before or after work, because doing a video every single day, either I'm going to be exhausted and I'm not going to get them out on time, which is a pain and it's not really good for your mental health, I don't think. But yeah, so this is going to be quite a nice relaxing day. I might even have time to fit a bath in. I normally have a bath every 2 weeks and give my body like a proper cleanse, shave, everything. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I think I'm going to start off with printmaking, because picking up the items in town and going shopping, food shopping, the rain's meant to stop around 3 o'clock, so I think I'm going to do it around then, so I can do all the practical things I can do inside whilst it's peeing it down and then do some of the other little bits when it's not peeing it down, and hopefully still be quite light. Well, on the walk back it might be dark, but we'll just have to deal with it. At least I'll be walking back in the dark, not walking to and from in the dark, if that makes any sense. I've had only about 6.5 hours sleep, so I feel a bit giddy, not gonna lie, so I might have to do a very adult thing and have a nap, but it'll have to be before 3 o'clock. That is my rule. If I ever have a nap, it has to be before 3 o'clock, and it can be between 30 minutes to 45 minutes long. Normally I give myself 45 minutes if I'm not feeling like really tired, because it takes me about 10 minutes to fall asleep anyway, and I normally only fall asleep for about half an hour, then I wake up naturally before my alarm, so depends on what I feel. I know I give myself half an hour if I'm literally falling asleep on the spot, then half an hour it is, but I have to remember to set the alarm, because I've done that before where I'm like, oh, I'll just give myself 45 minutes, and then 3 hours later you're just like, What just happened? But yeah, printmaking, let's go. This is my current state of my desk. It's not great. Basically I've been doing a lot of self-portraiture, and I have applied for a bursary to be able to put some money towards doing classes every week. But until then, I've literally just got this mirror that I bought from IKEA. It's great for self-portraiture because it's slightly bent backwards, so it's not just flat. However, it's very big and I kind of need to clear this desk so I can start printmaking as well. So that's what we're going to do. I might just put on some lipstick. I've had this lipstick for a while now. I can't remember what it is because it's not got a label on it. So we're just going to put that on because I actually don't have any foundation because my foundation expired and I don't want to put any. Oh, I might as well show you some little bits that I've got on my desk. I don't think I've put some of them on my Instagram actually. So this is when I was doing my Mexico pieces. I'll leave a link to the actual video if you want to know the full explanation, but these are just some little ideas that I put onto brown sugar paper, black sugar paper. It's just oil pastel, and I find this one was a lot more concentrated because you can get the really nice thick lines, but then when you go up a size, because you have to proper fill in the gaps, it was more important to me to fill in the gaps than what the artwork looked like. So this is why I think these two work really well together. I would like to cut them or actually frame them together. I haven't decided yet. And we have a little drawing. This is of these pen pots. I'm still obsessed with my studio and I don't know why and how I can translate it. I do have sort of an idea to do like a collage mixed media piece onto paper, but I didn't know if that was kind of copying what I've done for Another Still Life. And these are kind of all the little ideas I've got at the bottom for like compositions. I just used an old scrap bit of paper. I've had like an ink pour on top of it, and I really enjoyed the process of doing this. If I can find the video of it, because I think I have recorded just dropping it. It's such a nice process to do, to start me off on YouTube as well, because it was all like ASMR. But yeah, these ones are the ideas, and that was the main drawing. So I feel like I will eventually find a way around it. It's just one of those ones that you just have to keep on fiddling around with. And to be honest, when it comes to designs like this, and you see like other artists' work, they don't come up with them within a year. Some of them take like 5-6 years to come up with. I think there's a piece from Turner when he was doing some paintings from Cornwall. He did loads of drawings and studies, sketches, and he didn't even complete the artwork. And this was like 20 years later on. He kept them in a little journal to refer back to, but he didn't complete it, and it took him 20 years to start it anyway, so that kind of makes me feel better. Oh, this is a little acrylic pour I thought was very funky because the board's slightly warped. It kind of just slipped off the edge and just became a bit warped. I'll update you as well what I'm on for my portraiture, if I can speak properly. So far this is the first finished piece, if I can get it in. It's incredibly hard to do portraiture because I can't, like the eye is incredibly hard because I don't want to make it too dark, but I needed it to sit properly within the face. And then you could argue as well that the hair isn't done properly, but actually when I was drawing myself, I came out of the shower and my hair was literally like in, I want to say pillars. You know when it sticks together and it's not as flowing as dry hair, but I really like it. And I look miserable. I'm just sat in my dressing gown and that's it really. And I signed it at the bottom. This was done quite a while ago, so this is the 12th, so 2 months ago? 12th of November. I have got out a couple of other little bits and pieces, drawings that is, but I won't show you them because they're in the depths of whatever mess that is over there. So I've just gone through a load of artworks. I've had a pile of artworks. Basically I want to edit them, so either print on the back of them or print on top of them. So this one I'd done way back in 2015, It was proper old. I love it, but the size of it is so much wasted space. I think it would have worked better if it was in a smaller canvas. So maybe either A4 or A5. I think it's much more delicate because it's one of those ones when it comes to scale that I've used the scale to make it an artwork rather than the artwork making itself, and the scale has nothing to do with it. So for this one I will print on the back. It's just watercolour. I really do like it though. I might have to get... I do have some smaller bits of paper which I can actually do some more prints onto, or drawings, so there is that. Because I'm printing on the back of it, it means I will also have this still intact. It might be a little bit distressed, should we say, just because it is going to be saturated in water, but that's just one of the things that you have to deal with. And you've got another drawing, which I think I'm just going to do on the back because the back's clean. And here we have got some drawings on that. Back's clean. Fine and a pen. And then the back is clean. This one, like, it's got a drawing on the front and a drawing on the back. I think I'll print on top of this because then if the blue box, it will just kind of merge out, if that makes any sense, and not cause it to be a box. And then this one, we've got drawing on this one, and then some weird funky marks on this one. I don't know what I was doing for this, but I'll print onto this and use it for something. I don't know what yet, but it'll be put aside so I can then come back to it later. You started on my seat. Come on. Okay, so this is the board I'm actually going to be printing onto those backs of the prints. As you can see, there's a large black section as well as some blue all around it. So I'm just going to wet the board, roll it around so it can loosen up and spread a bit more, so it's not just going to be one block print. Because no matter how much I want it to be uncontrolled, I need to control some aspects of this. I want the whole board to pick up because the paper is A3 and this is A4. I want the print to be A4 size as much as possible. Not like blocky, but more to do with it's going to cover up the whole page rather than just a small section, because the whole point of me reprinting onto this paper is that once it's dried, I can draw on top of it with chalk and charcoal. Because the water reacts the ink, it makes it so much cheaper than having oil-based ink. Not to say I'm against oil-based ink, but I think like oil-based ink is for a proper professional printing press, whereas I'm at home. I make my artwork homemade because I use my own techniques. I don't have a professional printing press. Like, the most professional thing I have is a water bottle and a roller that I roll on top, and you can still get some really lovely marks, but I feel like for my process at the moment I don't need a proper printing press. I would like to start to go out onto screen printing again, but I need a decent screen printing set to do it for, and I have asked one for Christmas, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that'll be given to me. I can do a review and start screen printing all over again. First print is always going to be the most vivid. This is why we saturate the paper to get as much off as possible each and every time. I do have a larger Perspex board which has got yellow, blue and white ink on. I'm waiting to find a big enough spare piece of paper so that I can use it and not waste it, because the whole point of this process is not to waste anything. I always love the back of it. That bit there always reminds me of like a cave and then like 3 people. Don't know why. You can see where it's starting to bleed out a little bit. peel off. And we have some lovely marks. So that's one piece down. Like sometimes even with this process, you could say, actually, I like that print, I want to keep it like that, and you don't actually have to draw on top of it. It's just repurposing some of the printing ink that we've used from other prints. Forgot to mention as well, that paper that I've been using is from Artway. I'll leave a link in the description box if you want to check it out. It's available on Amazon. It's about £20 for a book, so it works out about 90p per page. So this is why I like to reuse each page as much as possible, and if it's at the point where you can't reuse it, you can't paint on top of it anymore, you can't draw on top of it, you can't print on top of it, I break it up and use as collage, because if I've got ink in there, you can do kind of a collage print, so kind of like a relief print or a murky kind of one, if that makes any sense. I'll leave a link to everything that I've mentioned so far down there. I've probably only got enough ink for this one to do a proper press, if I can get this hair off. I molt way too much, so if you're wondering why I've got so many hairs on my prints, it's just me. So you can see where like the board is starting to thin out, but there's nothing we can't deal with. Just gotta make sure we press all the ink on. Yeah, it's definitely the last print. See it turning transparent now. You could probably keep on going, but to be honest, you're only going to get it more transparent, and that is enough for me to do more of a charcoal than chalk, whereas the first print's more of a chalk and charcoal. If that makes any sense. Okay, I've just got back. I had to go to Aldi, like I said before, and I've bought about £2.67 worth of stuff. And it doesn't look like much, since it's meant to last me 2 days. I'm gonna have to scour the fridge and the freezer. Well, I mean, it's gonna be more of the freezer stuff. I know we've got some fish still left in and some chips, but I was kind of hoping I'd have enough money for cheese, but then I looked at the price and went, I'm not gonna, like one block of cheese would probably break the budget. So even the eggs, there was some cheaper eggs, but they are not free range, so I was like, I can't, even though I'm gonna be starving, I can't limit my quantities. So got myself some tortilla chips, some fizzy lemonade because I'm going to have a drink tonight. Butter so I can have toast that's not dry, and I got some tin cat food for the cat because keeping her happy keeps me happy. Hi, so it is currently lunchtime. To be exact, it's 12:10. And I've got, cut my head out, spicy sausage tortellini. It is from Asda. Morrison's do a really nice one though, which is more my favourite. We happen to be going past. Been watching a bit of Rings of Power because my cat does this thing where she just keeps on meowing at you and you're like, what do you want? Do you want food? Do you want to go out? And then as soon as you sit down, she just jumps on you and falls asleep for like 2 hours. So I've been watching that, playing a bit of Crash Bandicoot, if anyone wants to know as well. I'm just going to put my dinner on and then watch a bit more of the Lord of the Rings. Okay. guys, so it is currently bang on 7 o'clock. I have got some food cooking. It's just fish and chips. It's what I managed to salvage from underneath. This lighting's not great, I know, but it's gonna have to do. I'm gonna quickly pour myself a drink because for once I'm not in at 7 o'clock. I'm in at 9:15, which means I need to wake up. But I'm also in from 9:15 to 6:30. So that is going to be so entertaining. But then I've got a 7, 3:30, and then a 7:3. I'm going to Somerset to see my parents. So I think what I'll do, I'll leave it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. I do hope you kind of got the idea of what I do on my days off. It's not all just working all the time, whether it be my art practice or my page job. And it's just nice to know that I can still wind down and do little bits of house stuff in between as well. And to be honest, I'm hoping it makes you feel a bit more grounded, me doing all those chores basically. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. If you'd like to check anything I mentioned, I'll leave it in the comment section below. And that my fish needs to go in. 1 second. Where was I? Please check out my description box for links to anything that I have mentioned. And also in my description box you'll find links to some of my social medias, including my eBay selling account, which is where you'll find all my artworks I've mentioned on my channel up for sale, as well as a couple of extra little bits as well and that. But yeah, if I don't see you guys for the rest of the day, I will see you guys tomorrow. But now my cat is running at me. Come here. She does that normally, don't worry. I think she just wants some food. But bye guys!